Hey guys, here we are in Daily Race B, which is the Group 3 at Bathurst. So, I've been doing a few laps here. I've spent a good amount of time trying to get a good qualifying time, but I haven't done any races yet, so I was just thinking I'm going to stream a few races here. I was planning on doing 3 races, and if things go well I might go a little bit longer, but I'm probably just going to do 3. And, I think we got a good qualifying time. I believe it's 8th on the time trial chart, so let's just check right now. 2019 puts us at yeah, 8th place. And we're 2nd of the F-types right behind Nico. So it looks like there's definitely a few more cars that can get like a 6 or 7 or 8. But F-type I don't mind, so we're going to see how well we do in the race. I don't know if there's going to be any of these guys up here, but it'd be pretty cool if we'll have a nice battle with some guys. So, yeah, I feel like the daily races have been pretty empty recently, so I don't really expect too much, to be honest, but I think I've checked that the racing's pretty short. I think there's only about 3 laps or something, so field track position is going to be pretty important here, so just get a few laps in before the race starts. Even if I'm starting up near the front, I mean, winning is definitely no guarantee. I mean, I feel just like off the exit of that first corner, if you don't get a good exit, they might have a good draft. Whoever's behind you, and then they'll have a good chance into turn 2. So, just really gotta focus on being consistent here. This middle section, you know, the car's gonna be tight, it's gonna want to hit a wall or something, so it's easy to say, I want to just go for some 3 qualifying laps in a row, but it's just really risky to try to go that hard, so I'm just gonna see if I can go like 8/10ths or something, just take a little off of it just to reduce the risk, but still get pretty competitive times in the race. Pretty sure the tire wear and fuel is off. Yeah, that cut right there is pretty easy to get a penalty, so as you can see, we only have about like 3 minutes here, so I don't really think we're going to, don't even know if we're going to get a full lap in. We'll finish this one, but it's not going to be that great. But in between the races, there might be like 10 minutes or so, so I might have another chance to beat this 2019. That's going to be pretty impressive if I can, but the first race is just going to be the hardest, just figuring out what it's going to be like. I haven't done an FIA race or like any TT Sport race in a long time, just been enjoying the time trials and things, so I mean, obviously the FIA, just the matchmaking there just seems to be so much stronger. I mean, and I feel once you get this, like high DR and stuff like that, it just almost seems risky to do a sport mode race. You just feel like there's going to be a lot of AS or BS drivers. I mean, I'm going to call it right now, see if I'm right. I'm going to guess there's not going to be one A+ driver in this race. It's just going to be me, and then it's going to go straight down to A's. Might even just be all B's. It's just not really, I'd say, the best time, just kind of in the middle of the week. So, that's okay. I mean, as long as we get a full lobby, that's always enjoyable. I've been doing a bit of iRacing in there. You just don't really get the full lobbies. I mean, just certain series are almost just like completely gone and like empty. I believe like there's like, I should know what these series are, but it's like Lotus 49s or Lotus 79s or something. And I feel like if you can find a lobby with more than 10 people in there, you're really lucky. So even if these people aren't too competitive that I'm racing against, at least that's a full lobby. That's always something nice. especially for how long the game's been out, I think it's still impressive that we're getting pretty packed lobbies. So, anyways, matching should start pretty soon. So, will there be any guys in the top 10 that happen to show up? I'd be very happily surprised if that's the case. Okay, so we have one AS driver, and I guess as I predicted, just looking not too competitive, going straight down to a 204 flat. So I was worrying, like if there are anyone that's even like a high 202 or something, they definitely have shown they have the pace in qualifying to be up there. But with these guys, I mean, there's always a chance maybe some of these guys are fast and they just haven't spent the time in like a time trial to get a good lap. You never know. But let's see, I think it's 15 out of 16, so we didn't really get a full lobby, but almost. A nice range of cars though, we got Corvettes, Porsches, Beetles, Mercedes, so... Yeah, 3 laps. I mean, just for the fact that I'm pretty sure every one of these races is like once every 20 minutes or something, if I'm not wrong. It just kind of seems odd for it to be this short. Like, I honestly feel like they could have gotten 5 laps, or maybe even 6. If you happen to get a penalty or something, whether it's contact or like if you go off course, cut the track limit, it's just like you have no time to recover from that. So... haven't even seen. Is this a rolling or a good start yet? I'd assume it's rolling. A lot of things we don't know yet. I'd probably said on that screen that I checked, I just didn't notice. I think a rolling would be a lot less sketchy, that's for sure. Yeah, it's rolling. Okay, that'll help us a lot. Just the grid start takes a lot of your advantage away. It's like someone can so easily dive bomb you into turn 1, but rolling start makes that a bit more challenging. Okay, let's get this over with. Make it sound like I don't want to do this, but it's gonna be over very shortly, that's for sure. Yeah, it looks like we got a better exit than the guy behind us. It was about like 9/10 on entry, and it's over a second now, so... Small tap on the exit there, but definitely gained a lot in the middle sector. I mean, it honestly is really challenging. Like when you're like an A or BS driver, I don't know how much experience you have just driving that just car over there, and it's just, you have to be so precise in order to just maximize all your time. Like you have to get so close to the walls, and the problem is when you're trying to get that close, it's so easy to hit the wall, and then you lose time where you get a penalty for contact. And so just as a beginner, it's just a logical, smarter choice to just stay away from the walls. And I mean, overall you're gonna lose time, but at least you're not gonna get a penalty and you're not gonna wreck the car, so. I got almost a 5-second lead after the first lap, and looks like they're still pretty much like in a pack back there, so they're probably going to continue battling. So if we could get over a 10-second lead at the finish, that'd be a pretty cool goal. Still braking too early for turn 2. Like, it's not like it's unnecessarily slow, it's honestly just hurting our line into turn 2. Just apexing too early.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, whoever sent the message, so hopefully you can hear me. I don't know if there is... I think the mic is on.
Mystery Man.
Oh, it's Mystery Man. Hello, Mystery Man. How are you doing today?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I had heard the other day from a mystery source that Mystery Man had been involved in an incident. I thought it was in a race B where he got an unfair penalty, but I mean, I'm starting to understand why I don't do daily races. It's just, I mean, on one hand it's boring, but on the other hand it's only 3 laps, so the boringness won't be long. So there's a positive. And it's so easy. I mean, like, the reason I even said my goal about finishing with over 10 seconds is just that way I don't start just like losing my pace, and it's just because it's so easy to be like, oh, this lead, I don't really need to try anymore, and I can be so cautious, but you should still push as if there is someone a bit more competitive. Okay, it looks like they're a lot better this lap. I think it was like 5 seconds at the first lap, now it's about 7 seconds, so to keep this pace it'll be just about 9 seconds. So I think the 10 seconds is going to be pretty hard to achieve. Overshot a bit there, but 2029. So yeah, race pace is about what looks like around a second slower or so. I guess, you know, my goal is to try to win all 3 races that I competed, but I guess we can also try to see like which race we can get the fastest race lap in. So I think this 3rd lap isn't going too well, but the other 2 races, our goal right now is at 2:02.994. So, oh, yeah, just the hitting this curb there, it's like you want to get close to it again, but if you get right on top of it, you can so easily spin, and it's just so unnecessary to make those risks when you're doing a 3-lap race. So it looks like they're every lap the rest of the field is doing much better. Again, it was like 2 seconds or 5 seconds the first lap, 2 more seconds the second, and now it looks like it's gonna be even less than 1. So they've settled themselves out, and yeah, half a second down, so it looks like that's gonna be it. But yeah, first race over. At least I know kind of how things are going to go now. I wasn't even sure how the start was gonna be. It's a rolling start, and I'd honestly enter the pits to see if I could get to the line first, but I don't know if it would like ghost me or something, so plus it's a kind of a dick move, so just gonna finish normally, not gonna try to brag or anything, but if there is like some wreck where the gap is over 30 seconds somehow, I will do that, but 8 seconds just doesn't seem worth it to try. So yeah, total time 6:12.9, and best lap was at 2:02.9, so we can compare to see how consistent I am over the 3 races. But yeah, first race done and dusted, and a good result so far.
Don't he make a mistake as the midfield is brutal.
Yeah, it's just like whenever it doesn't matter what race it is, whether it's race A, race B, or race C. It's just I spend so much more time doing the time trial just because if I happen to do a race.
-32 SR rating.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I heard you got your what's my SR rating after this? Gosh, I can see if I can check somewhere. Like I mean, it says SS up there. I'm gonna exit now. I don't think it's necessary to save. So what's the next race? Is it a 1650? Yeah, okay, so it's every 20 minutes. If I go up to the top right here, my menu, does it say sportsmanship's S? So that's like 80 or above or something. I'm gonna see if I can search on like Kudos or something to find the exact number. But I'll just load up for race number 2 out of 3. So it looks like Nico, I think last time we checked it was a 2:01.0, he's now down to a 2-minute .9, so even he's been trying to work to improve his lap.
You refine.
Okay, I think last time I was like I was at 89 or something, so I mean I'm not down to like the 60s or something, but I'm curious whether I got myself back up to 99. So let's see, I'm also curious to see how much DR I gained from that, since I mean when you have all A and BS guys,
Alien
I mean
John.
I'm not an alien when I'm racing against A and BS guys. I mean, not trying to roast them or anything, but it's just, I mean, even if they were A plus or A guys, it's just like when you have already a second gap, even if they catch up to you by like the start of the second lap, just blocking for those amount of, it's like you have, how many passing corners do you have? You've turn 1, I guess you have turn 2. I guess you have the chicane. You have the chicane, and then you have the final corner, I guess. But it's just the middle sector. It's so hard to pass, even if you're like equal pace. I mean, it's been so many times I've raced during FIA where it's like you qualify half a tenth behind someone, and so you're so equally paced to them. But it's just you get stuck in a draft train, especially down like the best place to pass is that back straightaway. And if you're in a draft train, then they have equal draft to you, and so you can't get a run on them. And it just that happens for like so many laps. So track position is so crucial here. That's why I mean, what's it like the Bathurst 1000 or whatever? I don't even know. I think that's the name of the race. But this track should be made for endurance, just like the Nordschleife. It's just like doing short races here, even though it's not like a super long track like Nordschleife is. I feel it's just designed better for that type of stuff. So, anyways, back to the DR and SR. Let's see how things are. I mean, with how tight the track is, like the walls are so close, it's almost like a Monaco kind of thing. And when you're doing only 3 laps, it's like you don't really feel fatigue, or it's like any small mess up. That only starts really to happen in an endurance.
Wanted human drama.
Kaz wanted human drama? Yeah, I guess he's trying to create drama by making such a short race on such a tight track. Anyways, okay, so I was last at 69.141. I'm up to 69.162. So yes, I gained a miraculous 21 DR points from that race, and I got from 89 to 93. So SR is not at 99 yet. We're making our way back there, and so yeah, we can measure many exciting things. We can see if I can gain more than 20 DR points each race. How exciting. We can see if I can beat my 2:02.9 and also my total time, which I already have forgotten. I think it was like a 6:02 something. So, no, that doesn't make sense. I think it was like 6:02. That seems kind of fast, since each lap is like a 2-minute .2 anyways. Okay. Yeah, if we gain 20 points, we only need to do like, what, 600 of these races to get to 70,000 DR? Yeah, I'm not really in the mood for 70,000 more races, but okay, I'll get back on track.
When you gain more SR than DR, you know the guys behind are too slow for you.
Yeah, when I get to the point where if I gain 4 SR points, but I only gain 3 DR points, that's gonna be a sad day. You know what? We only have 5 minutes. I'm not going to beat my time, so I'm going to do something a bit more interesting. I'm going to beat my time in reverse. Let's go.
Sad indeed.
I did like an hour and a half practice yesterday, but I never did 1 lap in reverse. Let's try it out now. This is totally going to help me for the race. I guess I'll figure out where extra run-ups are if I never noticed them before. My gosh, I feel so uncomfortable. Just like... Yeah, look at this. This is the 50, the 100, the 150, except they're missing all the numbers, so I have no idea what signs they are. Yeah, imagine if that's what, like, the braking zones are like. They just are white boards with no markers on them at all. That would be so helpful, right? Okay, where do I brake? The Falcon, the blue walls are pretty easy to detect, so at least you know where the corner is, at least.
Sometimes they only have arrows.
Yeah, but I mean, even if they have arrows, isn't it like 1 arrow, 2 arrow, 3 arrows, if I'm not wrong? So it's like, even if it's not a number, at least there's like something different between them. They're not just all the same white squares. They might as well all have the message F you if they're all the same white squares. Good luck. Gosh, I'm just driving so conservatively here. It's just like the elevation. Like I know what I'm expecting, but like I don't know what to do because it's different. It's a weird sensation. It's like a lot of these corners, it seems that it's like on the exit in the normal version, it's like especially turn 2, it seems that like it doesn't really exit smoothly per se. It's like the entry is tight and then it smooths out on exit. So basically if you do it in reverse, it's just a long corner entry. Ooh. That would have hurt. Okay. Yeah. Coming to the line. This is a 2. Let's start on our lap at 2:30 or something. Gosh, this has been so bad. Okay, I want to see if I can get back to the line. That way I can actually get a good first corner, in quotes. Like I literally, I mean, what did I do? Spend an hour and a half yesterday, so that's like 90 minutes. Each lap is about 2 minutes, so assuming I don't know, I rage quit a bunch of times, plus I watched Nico's lap, that's an average of 40 laps or so. So I mean, it's just so weird. I can do 40 laps and I literally so bad in reverse. Like I'm not expecting to like get a 202 immediately in reverse. Like I'm not expecting super high expectations, but it's almost embarrassing just how foreign it is. I feel like you can really enjoy the scenery just of like the trees and the grass this much more this way because I guess I'm looking at all the wrong places or something. Normally you look at the apex, no, I'm looking at the trees instead. This corner right here, like last lap, just the way that like, or not this one, my bad. This one right here, it's like it keeps going left and then all of a sudden you see the tarmac on the right, you're like, oh, that's where I should go. Nope. Really really testing out the torque of the car on that uphill. Like this corner I think is probably flat, and then here I honestly don't know, like where am I supposed to go, over to the right and back to the left? Is this a flat corner? Maybe. Then here I know it's going to the right on the exit here, but I'm so over to the right hand side, it's a horrible approach. And this double right here is easy because you're so slow on it. Here it's a long entry like I said before, and so like you'd think you should stay over to the right, but I feel like you go over to the left immediately. Yeah, a lot of this is definitely very awkward in reverse. Just the runoffs on exits just are not there. Here again, I missed my braking zone by a mile last time. Let's see, I'm gonna start braking like as soon as the tarmac on the right starts.
Giving you a penalty point.
A penalty point? Come on now. Penalty point for what? Okay, well, hope that was entertaining. I wanted to do something to not make myself super bored before second race started, so only 5 more seconds. Let's see, maybe there'll be a few more AS guys in this race. I think it was, what, one last time?
Can you
So.
reverse time by going backwards?
Can I reverse time? So I'll just get younger? Man, this is starting to get existential, philosophical. If I pause the game, does that pause real life too? Whoa. Okay, well, geez, wasn't last time the second place was a 2040? Now it's a 2047? Literally, I mean, this is, look how fast that qualifying time drops to the freaking
2x7 Johnny.
the floor. I swear, 210, like 208s and 209s. Like, are these guys in Group 4 cars? Like, this is honestly a joke. I mean, jeez. Like, it's okay if you're not getting 202s. Like, if they're starting in the 203s and it goes down to, like, 207s, like, I'm like, okay, I understand where you're losing 2 to 3 to 4, 5, 6. I mean, like, that makes sense, but these guys, like, actually spending time to get a lap, and they put a 208, like, do you even know the track? Like, honestly. It's like, I'm trying to remember. I mean, it's just, I'm so disassociated from when I was at that point that it's just, I can't understand it. And plus, when the game's been so out for this long, you'd think that you'd have time to
Low
practice.
information racers.
It's like I'm complaining so much about this, but as soon as I do FIA, I just get completely smashed by everyone else. So it's like I can joke about these guys because I'm like that guy most of the time. I'm normally getting destroyed by Lamb and Duffy and Lloyd's and gosh, who else? I mean, Road Beef and Wind, and list goes on and on. Optimal's very strong, and Mista. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that make me feel like the people that are in 10th place or something, so. Okay, so race number 2, again, trying to beat our goal. I'm trying to think, could I have chose a worse time to do a daily race B? Like, I don't think. I mean, if I was racing like in the middle of the week at night, then I guess people are like back at home from their jobs or whatever, so there's a chance there. Or if it's on the weekend, that people aren't at work. But the fact I'm in the middle of a day on a weekday, it's like I'm almost expecting this to just be like so empty. Plus, I feel, I mean, the fact that there are 3 races, there's Daily A, Daily B, and Daily C, I feel like Daily C's are probably most popular of all, so.
I'm rocking.
I know, I don't really want to, again, start messing and joking around, but I thought that if you go through the pits here and then you just don't take tires, like the pit exit is only like a 3 or 4 second loss. So I feel like I could win if I just went through the pits. But again, it is a risky thing to check out, so if there is a huge gap to second by the end of lap 2, I'll consider, but I don't know. What should that gap be, 10 seconds? I'll let Mystery Man choose if he. I mean, if it's like if you're saying the gap should be at least 1 second, that's just unfair. But I didn't even notice what second place. Can't even tell what second place is in. Is it a Jag as well, or was it an Aston Martin maybe?
Do not fit.
Okay, fine, I won't fit. I can make this interesting. I mean, I'm trying to like find things to make this race interesting, and maybe for the third race I could just set my transmission to automatic. That would change things up a bit and it wouldn't make things too risky. So I don't really think I might have a chance to beat my 202. I mean, you never know. Put traction control on 5. I mean, going through the middle sector of the track, I mean, there always is that fear that you might spin just getting on power too early, so... Okay, second lap is my biggest chance to actually beat my lap here, so I'm going to turn the traction control off for the second lap and see if I can beat it.
Brake balance at +5.
Yeah, I'll do +5 for the third lap, see if I can beat my lap this time.
Twerking down under.
I heard brake balance at +5 and twerking down under. I'm assuming you didn't say twerking. I'm hoping you said something else and I just misheard it. I get the down under part, I mean Australia and such, but... Also, I'm not sure exactly how you twerk in a car.
Exactly.
Yeah. Small wall taps.
+5 and the dice will twerk.
Oh, got it. I put it at +5, the rear end will twerk, I got you. I'm not exactly sure if a car mechanic would agree with you if that's exactly how cars work, but... I'm just imagining, like, Lightning McQueen wearing, like, yoga pants in a dance club twerking. Just, like, that's definitely not the photo I wanted in mind when I'm like, is that not exactly how cars... Okay, +5 it is. Jeez, hello. Oh, it's gonna be close. I don't think I'm gonna get it. 202, nope. I did make a few mistakes that lap though, so maybe there's a possibility even in +5 I could beat it. First lap is a 6.555, second was a 3.333. Any chance I can get a third lap that's 3 continuous numbers?
Best I got in a race was 202.7.
Okay, well... this lap does seem to be better. They let off before the hill. Partial. Full. This is looking good so far. Gosh, the extra rotation is so not needed. Gosh. Where in the world did I get an 8-second lead from? What happened back there? Did a freaking tornado go off? A bomb went off at the track? Like a sewer exploded or something? And I guess they had that, what was it? It wasn't a sewer issue, but it was like a drainage issue at Portimao.
Kangaroo crossing.
Yeah. Yeah, kangaroo crossing, I like that. Oh, this is actually a really good lap. What's it gonna be? It's feeling good at least. Let's go, 2025 on a freaking +5 breakdown. Oh man. Okay, race 2 over, 2 for 2. Maybe if I do a time trial with +5, I might even be able to beat my 2019. I mean, I felt that the second left, like again, like those 2 lefts before the downhill, those were actually really solid with the +5. I really liked it there. It was just the elbow that it was just like, why? I already got the rotation I needed from trail braking. I don't need extra. Race number 82. I'm almost at 91. Maybe I can join Lewis Hamilton soon. Just keep it up. For some reason, I don't think that...
A tree fell on the track a few years ago.
Oh, really? Oh, I need to search some videos about that. I mean, wouldn't be too surprising to me. I mean, you look around and you do see a lot of the nature and stuff, and it's kind of, I mean, on a mountain, so it makes sense, but... only videos I really ever see of at Mount Panorama are, what's it called? Of... Gosh, I should know it's his name. It's like Scott McLaughlin, I think, like beating a track record in like the V8 car or something. That one I see a lot of times, so just curious, what is manufacturer series? Group Ford, Suzuka, and what car is dominating? Looks like a lot of the FFs are. I see some TTs and the RCZs. Who is Young Viper? That seems to be a bit suspicious. Some troll. Some
he will be in IndyCar.
He will be in... Oh, Scott McLaughlin will be... Yeah, I thought I heard about that. Was that... When was that reported? I thought I remember seeing something like he was doing some iRacing stuff on IndyCar, and he said he really enjoyed it, and maybe he was also focusing on doing that. Yeah, I saw that he IndyCar debut or something like 3 days ago or something. Team Penske. I mean, he's been very solid in V8, so I'm interested to see how he does in IndyCar. Well, I bet how he does, and his races are going to be a lot more exciting than mine are so far. But, okay, race number 3, I mean, not only for my sake, but I think for anyone that wants to watch this' sake. They're probably going to be bored out of their mind watching many more of these. If the racing is... I mean, I don't even know if I can consider this racing. It's basically just time trial, just pulling away. Okay. I mean, I've watched like a lot of F1 race highlights on YouTube, which are like 5 or 6 minutes long generally, and how it generally goes is like, and lights out, and away we go, and then you see in the comments.
I thought you would use your favorite car.
Favorite car? Do I?
458.
Oh my gosh! Don't even get me started. Okay, what? Okay, like I said, I will. Should I try automatic for this one? I mean, it's just. I guess it'll change something up a bit. I mean, I got a 2025.
Please do not do it.
You don't want me to do it? Okay, that's fine. Audience has spoken. But, I mean, oftentimes when I watch those F1 highlight videos, it's like, lights out and away we go! And then the comments are like, might as well just summarize it, lights out and away we go! And Lewis Hamilton wins the race! And so it's like, essentially, while the competition is a bit closer, the way that he generally dominates those races and it's not even close, stuff like that, this is basically a shortened version of F1 races, I'd say. Starting with a real close pack, and then at the end of the race, it's not even close. And if only that's how FIA races went for me, though, that'd be nice. I mean, I'm trying to think. The fact that this is a 16-car field, for someone, and it's 3 laps. Like, if you happen to like not even qualify for some reason, and then you start 15th or 16th, like. And you're already in a rolling start. You're starting like at the start of the like backstretch chicane or something, but way back there. It's just, it seems like you've already lost the race before it started. just because you're so far back. Like 3 laps might be able to pass if there's a wreck or something, or some people get some penalties. Assuming they have to burn the penalties on the backstretch, you gain an extra 2 spots there. Might be able to pass someone on lap 2 or 3 if you get lucky, or everyone that's really slow, maybe an extra 2. So that's what, 5 spots or so,
They
and you
should
get
have put 4 laps.
you get like maybe I would say if you're lucky and you're starting way back there, you'll gain 5 spots. I mean, if you're like super fast, you can somehow find somewhere to go.
3 is not long enough.
It's just like I can't blame anyone that happens to. I mean, I don't know why the grids have been so full and they've actually remained as full as they have been throughout the race, but I mean, I'm not going to acknowledge that. I mean, I've experienced this in top split racing where it's like I may be running like 12th or 13th and I know that I don't have a chance, but at least I'm running competitively with people around me and I'm having good racing. So I understand that idea, like where even if these people are in the back and they don't have really a chance to pass many people, as long as they're having some fun, that's fine. But yeah, it's just like, even if you're enjoying the racing, it's just like it's over so soon that I just feel in every aspect of it. And I know this isn't like it's this is not like a permanent issue that I need to fix. I mean, it happens to be one race in one of the daily slots, and I mean, there's still 2 other races that they can choose from, but it's just like, it just sounds, it like exudes laziness to me, just from like the developers. It's just like they don't really care what their drivers are actually doing. They don't they don't realize what a rolling start means. I'm not saying I'd like a grid start for this. I mean, it'd make it a lot sketchier for me, but I feel like for the people in the back, if they want to try to have a good race, I feel like that would give them a bigger chance. Obviously, it would give them a lot bigger chance to get penalties in the first turn, and then they'd be upset about that, and then they'd start yelling about why there should be a rolling start instead. So I see both sides of the coin, but moral of the story, I guess you could keep all these 3 races and such, but maybe just make a 4th daily race that's a lot longer. Make like a 45-minute race, or even an hour race like Assetto Corsa has. That way at least people have the possibility of racing longer than they don't have to do FIA for, since I feel like that could solve this problem. Obviously, I don't feel like that's going to be a thing they're going to work on in GT Sport, but maybe in GT7 the online community could do something like that, since this is definitely not the only race that's had that issue before. I feel like I've seen daily race Bs, which is like, I don't know, like, or maybe it's even daily race A, that are like N500 at the Nordschleife and it's 1 lap. It's just like, what are we doing at this point? Honestly, it's like it's a fun track and it's cool to race those cars at that track, but 1 lap, it just seems odd. Okay, well, I've been talking about nothing for about, I don't know how long, only about 2 more minutes until our final race to start. Somehow our optimal is a 2:01.8. I don't really know where that came from, but another thing, I'd like to be in GT7 if possible. I think back in GT6 they had like a course maker or something in that one.
Your last question mark.
What was my last question mark? Or, sorry, I only heard half of your question there. Yeah, I guess for each of these races I could have done a different car that might have made things a bit more interesting, so sorry about that, but I don't know. Maybe something that could be more interesting is if I actually had some competition. Arg! Let's visit the sand pit. Yeah, what I was gonna say at GT7, if they could also perhaps
Let P2 go by and catch him.
let Peach go by and catch him. I wish I could have this little lady, or whatever little lady, that's not this woman commentator that's commentating these messages, just to speak freaking slower. She's going by so fast. Let's see if I can.
P2. Not Peach.
T2. Let this teach. I'm gonna see if I can check out this stream on YouTube and read these messages, since I'm having a bit too much of an issue. Okay, I got the stream up. Let's This will be your last question mark. Let P2 go by and catch him. P2. P like a P with carrots, not T.
P
Okay.
like a P with carrots, not T.
Okay, so that's what you want the challenge to be. Okay, got it. Yes, that would definitely be a challenge, so yeah, I'm up for that since I realized that these first two races have been quite boring, me pulling away and getting 5-second gap or something, so I'll do that. I mean, only question now that I have for you, since I actually, if I do that in the first lap, then that might be a bit sketchy because everyone's so close. That means P3 might be right behind me and then have a chance to dive bomb me. So the question I have for you is, should I do one lap, hope that everyone gets spread out enough that when I let by P2, P3 is quite far behind?
Or pray for Lester Nico or Mr. MCA.
So I can pray all I want. I'm not getting Mista in here. These guys are faster though. I mean, last time it was at 2:04.7, which was second place. Now we actually have some 2:03s in here, so they're fast.
Yes.
They're faster. I will say, if I let second place by in the first lap, I'll have 3 laps to catch him. Or if I wait the second lap, I'll only have 2 laps to catch him. Yeah, it's gonna be a challenge either way. Like I said, even if these guys are a second slower, it's just I feel like they can block so well here, and it's just like where do you overtake here? It's just the first corner. Even if you do get a better run, it's just like if you get to the outside, I feel like no matter how good a run you get out of the first corner, you're only gonna be like halfway alongside someone. If you're on the inside, then it's just like it's a shallow entry. If it's on the outside, they have the best line into the corner, and so they'll basically clear you and you'll just get back behind them. So I feel like that huge long straight to T2 really isn't a passing zone. I feel like I just have to stay behind them the whole time. I feel they're probably going to be slow.
You might get a penalty if they make a mistake in front of you.
I feel often the mistakes is they're always a bit slower in those downhill S's. So I have to be behind them while they're slow through those downhill S's, or I'll rear end them. They might go into a wall. Even if I have seen the penalty system be like this, where I'm going down those S's.
I got 9 seconds from one guy yesterday.
9 seconds from one guy. Well, I'll take the risk. I mean, I've already won 2 races, so I mean, even if I get a penalty and finish 20th or something, but yeah, I'm gonna say right now what I think is gonna happen. Either things will go all swell and I will be able to get right past him, or I'll be behind him. He'll be a bit slow on the downhill section, and I'll have to stay behind, and then maybe I'll get a good run out of elbow and have a chance. But if I happen to hit him in those downhill S's, like oftentimes I don't even punt someone into a wall. I just tap them and they're still fine, and I still get a penalty for that. And it's just like, after, again, doing iRacing for some time, I feel there shouldn't be any contact penalties. Let people wreck themselves, dive bomb themselves all the time. There should only be, like, off-track penalties and, like, wall penalties, in my opinion. And basically, what contact penalties should be, there shouldn't be any time penalties whatsoever. There should only be, like, X's, like iRacing does. If you make contact, either there should be light damage to your car, or there should be, like, a 4X determined, and then if you keep getting like a total of 16x or 17x in the race, just automatic disqualification. I feel time penalty is just not the right way to deal with this when the races are so short, because most of the time, especially in the top split, these small contacts that cause penalties, they're not trying to wreck other people's races. They're just close racing that result in small contact. That's all it is. So anyways, okay, I'll try this idea of letting second place by. I can see if I can like stay to the left, exiting turn 1, and let him by. It's gonna look so sketch. It's gonna look so intentional. He's gonna be so confused.
I think the processor is too bad for a proper AI, knowing PD likes graphics.
I mean, there's so many project cars. I mean, Dirt. I don't even think Dirt has AI, but I mean, it's just so hard for people to make correct AI. I feel like F1 2020 has done a really good job at AI, but even there, I feel like they could work on it. So AI is always gonna be a work in progress. Okay, this is gonna be so sketch. Go for the pass, and go into the lead. Okay, that actually worked out really well. It looked like I had a bad exit from turn 1, but it was totally planned. Okay, challenge commence. Why is this guy defending? He like cleared me by a mile. You know, just go back to your line, dude.
ACC runs like garbage because of the processor bottleneck.
ACC runs like garbage, you said. Well, see, this guy's making so many mistakes and it's allowing third to catch up, but as long as third doesn't hit me, he's gotta get so close to me. Oh, jeez, so unnecessary. I mean, just going into turn 2, even though this guy cleared me, the fact that he didn't get back to the racing line just shows his lack of spatial awareness. Because you know if you're clear of someone using the radar, you just go back to racing line. There's no reason to stay on that side and just hurt your entry. This guy took this way too fast. Okay, focusing on a good exit from the elbow here. Come on. That guy got a lot of wheel spin. Going to the right-hand side. He's going to go over to the... Yep. That's not the right line to take, but okay. That Aston is so fast in the straights. It's going to be so hard to freaking pass him. Okay, we'll see what we can do. I feel like by the time I get past him, we're going to be like side by side through the chase, and that's a really hard thing to do. Should I go for it? Should I risk it? Let's go for it. YOLO, let's go. Hey, I actually cleared him. What in the world? Let's go. Well, I could let him by a second time, but I mean, I already did what you asked, and race is so short.
He probably lived it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame him. I bet he was too scared to go through the chase side by side. I mean, that's a really tough thing to do, so I appreciate that. I mean, just knowing how fast that thing is on the straights, it was just like the way I actually caught up to him and actually cleared him. Like normally when you get out of the slipstream and you just get alongside an Aston, you just maintain. So that just looked really, really odd how easy that was. But at least the fact that it took me a lap to pass him, at least the gap to second, and this race won't be as big as normal. Wow, that... Oh, jeez, that was so dumb. I thought I was in third. Okay, well I know that he was struggling through the middle section here, so I should be able to create a gap. Again, the thought process that I'm having is I worry that I make a mistake, and then I immediately go to the thought of, well, I know he sucks here, so I don't have to worry about the pressure. My normal thought process should be, oh, I made a mistake, and now he has an opportunity to pass because he actually knows the track. It's like instead of a mistake that leads to a feeling of pressure, it's a temporary mistake that leads to pressure, and then realizing the pressure is unnecessary. Wow, great exit, dude. Okay, well, I guess we'll... Curious, the gap is coming down, so I don't think he's in the draft, but I think that shows how strong the... No, it's staying at that 1.1 seconds. He even got passed by the Brazilian who was in a Corvette, so... Well, title of this video was, Is 3 Wins Possible? Or something like that. I honestly forgot the title already, but looks like with 1 lap to go, 3 wins in a row is looking quite likely.
Pink Aston.
Over here celebrating that I got 3 wins in a row. I'm pretty sure Turismo Leicester has over 1,000 wins, maybe even over 2,000, so definitely got a lot of work to go to catch him. Well, that was pretty smooth through there. Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed that we weren't able to get any A+ guys. I mean, I really wasn't expecting any top 10 guys to show up, but I was at least hoping for maybe a few more AS guys at least. But I'll take it. Appreciate everyone that was watching. I think that was Mystery Man and me. It's just about everyone who was watching, but I got like a 2:02.5 last race. I don't think it's gonna be close, but I don't think I'm gonna beat that. What's it gonna be?
It feels like a private stream. Emoji happy tears.
Feels like a private stream. Yeah, I guess it's just us. I think I got 2:02.505 there, so that might
Members
actually.
only.
Yeah, members only. Okay, well, hopefully next time I can stream something a little more exciting, but I mean, I'd say the reason that I don't really stream any FIA races or really do them that often, well, one, FIA races, it's just like I only want to do them that way I can get a solid amount of points throughout a season, and I don't really know if I will be that consistent to be there or have
NASCAR.
I will have the commitment to at least be there the whole season. And so doing one race for the purpose of just doing that one race kind of feels a bit odd. And second of all, the reason I don't really stream those races is I just feel like the amount of focus necessary, like if there's any comments during the race that kind of bother me, like here I don't really have any pressure and I don't have to focus that much. But there it can be a little distracting, so. But I mean, I will, sometimes if a FIA race does go well or something, I'll probably just save a video clip of it or something. Anyways, hope you guys, or hope Mystery Man enjoyed of these 3 races. I'm glad they all went pretty well, but yeah, I'd say I enjoyed the time trial probably more than the races. Let's see what car I got. Yeah, I guess I was lucky. No 9-second penalties. And maybe another day or something I'll get to that win count of 92. We made some progress to get there. I think we got to 84 or something. And also, before we head out, I want to do a DR and SR check to see if we got up to 99. I'm curious to see. Okay. Doing the search now before I end the stream.
I still have not shared the replay.
Oh yeah, of the 9-second thing. Yeah, I'd heard about it, but I was like, the way that just compiles so fast, it was just like, what in the world happened? Like, I've seen 5-second penalties before, and I've seen 3 and 1, but 9, like, you must have like hit someone in the front that was spinning, then you got ran from behind, and you hit a wall. Like, how do you get that much in such a short period of time? Anyways. Okay, so we started at 69.141. We ended at 69.238, so we gained 97 DR, and yes, we are up to 99 SR. So yes, 3 races, and we gained 97, average of like 30.
2 and 2 and 5.
Yeah, 32-ish points per race. Okay, I think I'll head out. So yeah, have a good one, and see you next time.